Welcome back to Dirty Garage Mods, and today I'm going to be changing the rear brake pads on Pontiac G6. They're not too different from the front, but there is a special tool you do have to have for the back, and I'm going to show you a couple shortcuts as well on that, at least one shortcut. So hang tight and I'll be right back. What you want to start out with is a 14mm wrench, and make sure you turn it the right way, the correct way. So you got an emergency brake cable in the way, so that's why you can't really use a socket. I suppose you could probably use a socket and extension, but just using a 14mm regular wrench, or if you have a ratchet wrench, that works too. So get that one loose, and then get your bottom one loose. You can keep the wrench on there. And there was really loose. Brake pads are quite wore down. And you'll run into this problem here where this thing tries to turn on you. So if you can't hold it still with your hand, then you can get you a pair of pliers or whatever and put on it. And because these don't go all the way through, they're just short little bolts. Usually you can just pop them loose like that. Okay, now I will be right back. So I'm gonna get you a pry bar. Just get in here, pry that caliper loose. Pop that loose like so. And there's a special tool for that. Here in a minute, I'll show you guys that. I'll get your brake pad loose. See there, they are stuck on there. Okay, so I'll be back again. Sometimes you gotta take a flathead screwdriver, get it in there like so. Maybe. Oh yeah, brake pad's been on there for a little bit too long. Alright, so I'm gonna have to move you guys back just a hair. Sometimes you just gotta get in there and get forceful with it and hope you don't damage the rotor too bad. Them pads are gone. Definitely gone. They were wearing uneven, which is probably an indication that the caliper is actually shot. I'm probably going to be replacing the caliper here very soon. It won't be today because I don't get the money. So you want to kick back to your little pry bar. Using a screwdriver, it may break. Alright, so there you are. So there's the brake pads off. Alright, now, let's see if that's a good view on you guys. Alright, now, you can see here, this has a special thing on it. Okay, you can't use a standard tool. I'll go get that tool so I can show you guys the difference. So generally what you would use is this tool right here on front brake calipers, and you just use the old brake pad. You lay it in there and you clamp it. It clamps in, and you just screw it in into the point that it pushes the caliper back. So in this particular application, they actually designed something different. They got a couple different designs, and I went with this one right here. This is for different sizes, so I believe mine is this one here. It's either this one or this one. So, and this just goes on to your ratchet, and use your ratchet to push that in. So it screws in. But there's also another way of doing it if this doesn't work. I did this on a Chevy Impala here early spring, and I actually ended up using a pair of channel locks. I'll show you that. These people call them pliers. They are actually called channel locks because they have channels that you can change the sizes in. But you can actually take these, and if you can get a hold of it, you can turn it sometimes. This in here is not going to turn with it, obviously. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get that back in. Hopefully it is not stuck. That would suck. That would mean I'd have to spend a couple $100 today that I don't have. So go ahead and find the appropriate size. Yep, I believe that's it. It's either that one or the other one. It's definitely this in here. Definitely this hump size. So what you want to do is take you an extension. The extension goes on there just like that, and then you take your ratchet, put it on your extension. You set it to tighten. And you drop the tool that you're trying to use a few times. It was really a pain in the ass design. I don't know why. I don't know why they designed it like this. But if you're careful about it, you can get it to thread right back in. Don't slip off of it a few times. I will provide Amazon links down below to all these specialty tools, including the ones I don't have. That they make a bigger kit that runs right around $60 or $70. It's got all the different sizes in it. That's what I would recommend. It's a little expensive, but if you're going to buy it, buy that. I bought this because I had to have it immediately one day, and I didn't have the money to buy the big $60 kit, so I bought this at auto supplier here locally. So yeah, I got this old tube of brake lubricant. I'll provide a link down below also for this stuff. It's pretty good stuff. I've had this for many years. This same tube has lasted me so many years. I think I got it back in, I want to say 2007, something like that. 2006 or 7. it lasts forever for just being 4-ounce thing of it. So what you want to do is you get a little bit of grease on your finger. You don't have to have gloves. I just chose to wear a glove this time. I may just take it off because it's going to probably tear on me. So you just want to put a little bit of grease in these slides. It'll prevent it from seizing up or any of that crap that happens with it. And then your brake pads, you want to use your, and this is where I have to take the glove off at. So you want to make sure that you got the right pad for each side. There's that one. And that one looks right. Okay, so what you want to do is you just put your pad back in here like so. Really wish these pads would have came with new guides. It would have made it a lot better. Alright, I'm going to have to get up close and personal with it here, so hang tight. Alright, so I got those in. I had to use my hammer and just kind of tap it in a little bit to get it to go. But it's in there now. So what I like to do is I like to take brake grease and put on the outside of the brake pads. This is something my dad always did, and I don't think he does it so much anymore, but I still do it just because put a little bit of grease on there, and it helps helps the caliper set on there correctly and keeps noise down and all that. So just rub a little bit on it. You don't gotta go crazy with it. Just enough. It just takes a small dab. So then what you do is you just put your brake caliper back on. So you don't have to take nothing off. You don't have to undo any brake lines. You don't have to. There's that. And now I just gotta get this lined up. It's not lined up all the way, so I'm gonna have to kind of push it down a little bit. Go ahead and get one bolt started, because that'll help line it up. You just got to take your pry bar and go in there and tweak it around a little bit. There we go. The bottom one started. Top one feels like it's starting. Top one ain't starting. Started now. So yeah, that's it. That's all it takes to change these rear brake calipers. It's a real short, simple, sweet video. Nothing too special. You just put everything back on. You don't have to take the emergency brake cable off, or you don't have to take the brake line off. None of that. You don't have to take the cap off the brake reservoir. Doing that actually puts air in your system. I do not recommend that. Yep. There we go. Back together. Good to go. Just make sure everything's snug. And remember, after you change both sides, and always change both sides, remember to pump your brake before you start it and try to go anywhere, because your vehicle won't stop otherwise. So if you like what you see, smash that like button below. It helps my channel get more views. Also, hit that subscribe button. Comment. Positive feedback is always great. Let's see, what else? Share this with your family and your friends. Sure love to hear their feedback as well if they have a G6 or whatever. This also applies to Chevy Impalas. They have the same brake caliper, and there's a few other ones out there. I think Saturns have the same brake caliper, so there are a lot of different ones have the same setup. So this was mainly a tool review. Brake pads was just a bonus. So yeah. So anyhow, also thank you to all the new subscribers I've been getting lately. That is awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I will see you guys in the next one. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.